Can I have your key, please?
Could you please be careful taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet, please?
You got it.
Radio, we got at least 2 occupants in here. No one's moving. Oh my God. Oh my God. ×3, guys. Radio, 3 occupants. No one's conscious. No one's breathing.
In the heart of Ohio, where life once seemed ordinary and secure, Natalie and John Sharilla built their world around family. They worked tirelessly, poured their love into raising their daughters, and filled their home with warmth, laughter, and the everyday moments that define a happy household. But that sense of normalcy was shattered in an instant. The car crash that not only took lives, but forever tied their youngest daughter, Mackenzie, to one of the most haunting cases in recent memory. This is not just a tale of crime, evidence, or the courtroom. It is also the story of 2 parents watching their child face condemnation while holding fast to their belief in her innocence. A story of love and loyalty, of unanswered questions, and of a tragedy powerful enough to alter the course of an entire family's existence. The Sharilla household was built around values that Natalie, the mother, strongly emphasized: education, kindness, and responsibility. Friends often described her as the kind of mother who was always present, at school events, at soccer games, making sure her daughters had everything they needed. John, quieter and more reserved, balanced the family dynamic with steadiness. Together, they tried to give Mackenzie and her older sister Danielle the sort of stable upbringing that every child deserves. Mackenzie, the younger of the 2 sisters, was known for her bright personality and her passion for life. She had close friends, a boyfriend she loved deeply, and dreams of her own future. To Natalie and John, she was still their little girl, the one they had raised with love, who still came to them for advice, who laughed with them at dinner, who promised she would make them proud. But on the night of the 31st of July 2022, everything changed. Mackenzie, just 17, was driving with her boyfriend Dominic Russo and friend Davion Flanagan when her car slammed into a building at nearly 100 miles per hour. Dominic and Davion were killed, while Mackenzie survived with serious injuries. At first, the Sharillas believed, like so many others, that this was a terrible accident, the kind of tragedy that sometimes happens when young people get behind the wheel. But investigators soon suggested otherwise. They claimed that Mackenzie had deliberately crashed the vehicle, pointing to video evidence and data from the car that showed acceleration rather than braking in the moments before impact. Suddenly, their daughter was no longer just a survivor. She was being accused of murder.
Can I have your key, please?
Could you please be careful taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet, please?
You got it. You got it.
Do you want my calls?
No.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay, just keep your hands right here.
Radio, there's an occupant inside. Send us a squad now. This is not a fresh accident either. She's been here for a while. Radio, we got at least 2 occupants in here. No one's moving. Oh my God. Oh my God. ×3, guys. Radio, 3 occupants. No one's conscious. No one's breathing. Oh my God. Oh my God in heaven.
48-year-old.
I know. Jesus Christ. This is the worst I've ever seen. Rest in peace, buddy.
After the crash, investigators first questioned Mackenzie's parents, Natalie and John, pressing them about her health, behavior, and state of mind leading up to the incident. They wanted to know if anything had seemed out of the ordinary.
Full transparency here. There's drugs in the car. She had a bag of mushrooms on her and a scale. Full transparency, guys. I'm sorry, I'm ripping the band-aid off. Okay. Drugs in the car.
So she was awake but not awake, so she was
In and out of consciousness. She had fully extracted from the vehicle. IFD. I know she has a severe leg injury. But like I said, she was speaking, and she had her seatbelt.
You know, 100% is somebody called it in, somebody passing by at around 6:15, 6:30.
Called in what? The car was just smashed somewhere?
Yeah. So what it appears that happened is They were going westbound on Progress from Pearl Road. They went
Right here in Strongsville?
Yeah, in Strongsville. That business that's right at the on Alameda, right where Progress ends. That's dead ends right there.
Once finished, police turned to her close friends. They asked about Mackenzie's recent moods, her relationship with Dominic, and whether she had shown signs of conflict, stress, or health issues that could shed light on why that night ended in tragedy.
In the front seat tried to turn the wheel because of the fact they were going to go straight into a wall. And it doesn't say she heartbroke once. It was 90 miles per hour down that whole road. And I also think because of Kenzie's and Dominic's history, that they were fighting. I think Davion went on his phone to distract himself from the fighting. Although they were on drugs, they can also still be fighting with being on drugs.
It could have just been like a careless mistake. Like I don't think Kenzie, even if she was like had road rage or she was arguing, I don't think her intention was to kill two people no matter what.
Screenshots.
It's just a track. Yeah, it's like my parents have me in a circle so they can see where I go, and it just follows you wherever you go.
And
Davion
had us. You can send the screenshots right to the email, and I'll get them all to the detective.
So I spoke to friends that were at the party. I wasn't personally there. I thought that they might have been on psychedelics. Kenzie was the driver, and they said that she took a nap. But if you know psychedelics, that's like a 8-hour to 12-hour. Like you cannot sleep. Yeah, you cannot sleep.
You can see the exact time they left the house. I don't know.
That's fine. So you can.
And then we go on the ride and we come back, and she like kicked the Dom away from us to where it was just me, Haley, and Kenzie, and she was just like, I'm about to break up with him and just leave him. She was just saying stuff like that. And then like I texted Dom and I'm like, yo, you trying to go on a couple rides or something like that? Like, where you at? I'll come link up with you and they can just do whatever they're trying to do. Like, so because she was sitting there, she's always threatened and was disrespectful to Dom in my eyes.
Why did Dom put up with this? Do you know?
I've personally been told that she did voodoo on him. I mean, I personally don't believe that, but she has told people that she's put a spell on him so that he couldn't break up with her. She would tell people that she had like grabbed a piece of his hair and that she had a doll in her room for Dom and that she had also used the pendulum, I know too, to try to get answers. She tries to use it now to talk to Dom because I'm friends with, I'm related to Dom by religion and law. He's my like God God.
The courtroom became the stage for the battle that would follow. Prosecutors painted Mackenzie as reckless, manipulative, and dangerous, calling her hell on wheels. They claimed she had intentionally ended the lives of Dominic and Davion, fueled by emotional turmoil. The trial captivated not just the local community, but audiences across the country who saw in it a story of teenage recklessness turned deadly. But for Natalie and John, the trial was not a spectacle. It was their worst nightmare unfolding in real time.
In any way that she can. She's like devastated and tragic. He was the air that she breathes, okay? And they went with his cousin. We spent all kinds of time with him after the accident. What was the other thing?
I'm hearing an awful lot about your daughter. I'm not hearing very much about the two dead people.
Dominic, okay? I'm asking you for leniency because this was a tragic accident that she does not remember. And Davion, he's a new friend. I'm so sorry.
What does that mean? His life is worthless?
No.
The Shirillas were left to grapple with the finality of it all. The gavel had come down, and their daughter was now behind bars, her future stripped away before it had even begun. But Natalie and John have not stopped fighting. They have continued to stand by their daughter, insisting that the crash was not intentional but the result of a medical emergency, possibly a seizure.
Now, Sharilla's parents are speaking out, insisting that the justice system got it wrong.
Show me one piece of evidence, one, that says she did this on purpose. Show it to me. Here it is. That's it. Then she's right where she belongs, and she's guilty of it. But
poor families think she did it intentionally, and she didn't. And and they don't know. There's information they didn't see. There's information they didn't have. There's information we didn't see or have.
Should she be in prison for murder?
No, absolutely not.
Should she be in prison for aggravated vehicular homicide?
I don't even know about that aggravated part.
I don't know about the aggravated part because I don't think you can still say why was going on the car. Should she have been charged with reckless vehicular homicide, 2 counts?
I don't even.
Absolutely.
Not if it was medical.
The couple has faced criticism for their unwavering support. Some argue that they are blind to reality, unable to accept the possibility that their daughter could be guilty. Others, however, see their devotion as an extraordinary example of parental love, the kind that refuses to abandon a child, no matter the circumstances. For Natalie and John, it is simple. They know their daughter, and they believe she could not have done what she has been accused of. Life since the conviction has been a painful adjustment. Mackenzie is incarcerated at the Ohio Reformatory for Women in Marysville, while her parents visit, call, and write to her as often as they can. She fills her time with painting and journaling, often clinging to the phrase, "The truth will set me free." Natalie and John hold on to those words too, using them as a source of hope that someday their daughter's case will be revisited and justice as they see it will finally be done. For the Shirillas, these questions do not have easy answers. What they have instead is love, complicated, painful, but unbreakable. And in the end, that love may be the only thing they have left.